Deion Sanders, prime time, was a phenomenon in professional sports. A true two-sport legend, he dominated both the NFL and MLB with electrifying charisma and unparalleled athleticism. His highlight reel plays as a cornerback and wide receiver cemented his status as an all-time great. Beyond his playing prowess, Sanders cultivated a flamboyant persona that transcended sports, making him a cultural icon. His journey from an aspiring athlete to a celebrated Hall of Famer set a precedent, inspiring millions. Yet, his greatest challenge, a radical transition to college coaching, was still to come. After an illustrious playing career, Sanders transitioned seamlessly into sports broadcasting. For years, he was a prominent voice on NFL Network and CBS Sports, offering sharp analysis and memorable commentary. He became a familiar, trusted face, providing insights from a player's perspective, always with his signature style. This role allowed him to stay connected to the game, observing its evolution from a different vantage point, all while maintaining his public profile. It was a respected position, but the irresistible call to lead from the sidelines, as a coach, would eventually draw him back. Sanders' initial coaching foray began at the high school level, but it was his tenure at Jackson State University that truly showcased his collegiate leadership potential. He rapidly transformed the struggling FCS program, attracting unprecedented media attention and top recruits to the historically black college and university. Under his guidance, Jackson State achieved back-to-back SWAC championships, demonstrating his ability to inspire and win. This period was about elevating an entire institution and proving prime time could translate his legend into coaching success. The blueprint for his unconventional approach was effectively laid. In December 2022, the University of Colorado Boulder made a bold, industry-shaking move, announcing Deion Sanders as their new head coach. The Buffaloes program was in dire straits, finishing the previous season with a dismal 1-11 record. It was widely considered one of the worst teams in Power 5 football. This once proud program, with a history of national championships, had fallen on hard times, struggling with consistent losing seasons and a general lack of national relevance. For many, it seemed an insurmountable challenge, but for Deion, it was an opportunity to prove his philosophy on an even grander stage. The numbers painted a stark picture of the challenge awaiting Coach Prime. The Buffaloes had been mired in futility for well over a decade, with a 1-11 record signaling deep systemic issues. This wasn't a team needing minor adjustments, it required a complete overhaul. The fan base was disillusioned, and recruiting had suffered. The very foundation of the program needed rebuilding, not just physically, but spiritually. Sanders wasn't just taking on a coaching job, he was embarking on a cultural reclamation project, aiming to breathe life back into a dormant football powerhouse where others saw only despair. Deion Sanders' arrival in Boulder was marked by his characteristic bravado and an immediate promise of change. His now famous declaration, "I'm coming. I'm bringing my luggage with me, and it's Lewis," signaled a new era. He didn't shy away from the immense task, embracing the pressure with signature confidence. From his first press conference, it was clear Sanders wasn't just talking about winning games, he was talking about changing perceptions, instilling belief, and establishing a winning culture from the ground up. His presence alone ignited unprecedented excitement and scrutiny for the Colorado program. Coach Prime's approach to rebuilding was anything but traditional. He openly challenged the existing roster, famously telling players to go to the portal if they didn't align with his vision. This bluntness, unheard of in many coaching circles, immediately drew both praise and criticism. Sanders wasn't interested in a slow build, he sought an immediate culture shift and talent upgrade. His methods emphasized accountability, discipline, and a championship mindset from day one. This radical approach signaled a departure from conventional college football rebuilds, sparking widespread debate across the sport. The most significant aspect of Sanders' strategy was his aggressive utilization of the NCAA transfer portal. Within months, nearly the entire previous roster was replaced. Over 70 new scholarship players joined the program, an unprecedented turnover. He brought in his sons, quarterback Shedeur Sanders and defensive back Shiloh Sanders, who were instrumental talents, along with other high-profile transfers like Travis Hunter. This bold move fundamentally reshaped the team, signaling Sanders' commitment to building a competitive squad almost overnight, prioritizing immediate impact players who fit his specific vision and culture. The transition was not without its challenges. The aggressive roster changes led to difficult conversations and some public friction. Players who had committed years to the program found themselves displaced, creating headlines and sparking debates about player loyalty and the ethics of such a rapid rebuild. However, Sanders maintained his intent was to foster a winning culture, one where only those truly committed to excellence would thrive. He stressed that college football had changed, and his methods adapted to the new landscape. This cultural shock was a necessary part of his vision, forcing adaptation. What set Sanders apart was his unparalleled ability to attract talent. His primetime persona, combined with his NFL legacy and charismatic coaching style, made Boulder a surprisingly desirable destination. Players wanted to play for a legend, to be part of a high-profile turnaround, and to be coached by someone who had walked in their shoes at the highest level. His social media presence and constant media engagement turned every move into a national story, providing unprecedented exposure for his program. This magnetic appeal became a cornerstone of his rebuilding strategy, proving personal brand is a powerful recruiting tool. The hiring of Deion Sanders wasn't just a sports story, it was a cultural event. ESPN, Fox Sports, and other major networks dedicated extensive coverage to every aspect of his journey. Documentaries, weekly segments, and constant social media updates tracked his every move, transforming a struggling program into one of the most talked-about entities in sports. This unprecedented media frenzy brought millions of new eyes to college football and to the University of Colorado. It amplified his message, showcased his methods, and turned every game into a must-watch spectacle, fueling excitement and relentless scrutiny. The highly anticipated first game of the Deion Sanders era was against TCU, a team that had played for the national championship just months prior. Colorado was a massive underdog. What transpired was a stunning upset, a high-scoring affair that saw the Buffaloes, led by Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter, defy all expectations. This victory reverberated across college football, not just for the win, but for the audacity of its execution. It proved Sanders' unconventional methods could yield immediate, dramatic results, silencing many critics and sending a clear message: the primetime era at Colorado was real. While the initial TCU victory captivated the nation, the season unfolded with a mix of exhilarating highs and sobering challenges. The offense, helmed by Deion Sanders, often showcased explosive talent, setting school records. However, the aggressive roster overhaul also brought inherent depth issues, particularly on the offensive line and in defensive consistency. Injuries to key players exacerbated these weaknesses, leading to a midseason slump. Despite these struggles, the team remained competitive and continued to draw massive viewership, demonstrating the enduring appeal of the primetime experiment amidst growing pains and adaptation. The primetime effect extended far beyond the football field. University applications soared, merchandise sales skyrocketed, and local businesses in Boulder experienced an unprecedented boom. The once sleepy football program became a national brand, injecting millions into the university and local economy. Culturally, Sanders' presence brought new swagger and confidence to the entire athletic department. He inspired not just his players, but the broader community, to believe. His emphasis on faith, family, and football resonated deeply, creating a unique identity for the Buffaloes that transcended wins and losses, uplifting an entire institution. Despite the undeniable impact, Coach Prime's journey at Colorado has not been without its detractors. Critics questioned his heavy reliance on the transfer portal, the rapid dismissal of players, and whether celebrity overshadowed fundamental coaching. Some labeled his approach superficial or unsustainable. Yet, Sanders consistently met these challenges head-on, articulating his vision and defending his methods. He reiterated his belief in his process and his commitment to his players, refusing to let external noise deter him. This resilience in the face of scrutiny has become as much a part of his coaching narrative as his flash and charisma. At the heart of Deion Sanders' coaching philosophy is an unwavering belief in himself and, crucially, in his players. He instills a powerful sense of self-worth and confidence, often telling his team, "We expect to win." This psychological aspect is a core component of his unconventional methods. He doesn't just coach X's and O's, he coaches minds and spirits. By empowering his players and constantly reinforcing their potential, he creates an environment where they believe they can overcome any obstacle. This belief factor has been instrumental in transforming team morale and performance against formidable odds. Deion Sanders' tenure at Colorado is still in its early chapters, but his impact is already undeniable. He has redefined the blueprint for rebuilding a college football program, proving that charisma, unconventional tactics, and a powerful personal brand can shatter traditional molds. His journey from prime-time player to respected broadcaster, and now to a polarizing yet successful college coach, highlights a remarkable evolution. He's not just coaching football, he's orchestrating a cultural movement, forcing the sport to reckon with new ways of thinking about recruitment, team building, and media engagement. The full story is far from written. What lies ahead for Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes continues to captivate the sports world. Will his methods lead to sustained championship contention, or will the inherent challenges of such a rapid rebuild prove too great? Regardless of future wins and losses, Sanders has already left an indelible mark. He has proven that a Hall of Famer can successfully transition from professional stardom to demanding college coaching, bringing a fresh, unapologetic approach that resonates with a new generation. His story is a testament to the power of personality, conviction, and the audacity to redefine what's possible in college football.